I don't know what's going on there. That's all sorts of weird. And then 29 is our last field that we need to grow stuff in. 143,000, that's 160. Okay, yeah, I can't afford that. So let's go drive. And that's the other issue with the newer crops. When FarmSim 25 came out, I did look up things like sugar beets and green beans and... not sugar beets, green beans. Oh, spinach and peas. Their Oxbow, I believe, is their manufacturer of choice for the harvesters for all three of those crops. The harvesters look very similar, but there's obviously some small differences between them, which means you need one harvester for each of the crops. But with green beans, you can get a tractor-hauled harvester from Oxbow that will do green beans, but we can't get it in game. So unfortunately, do I have to stop? No, I don't have to stop to make that work. Okay. Unfortunately, you have to pay for the expensive stuff. So it's a discouragement to go into that sort of crop. Because it's all very expensive to buy the harvester. The same is true for cotton. You need $500,000 to do cotton. And with fields this size, you need $500,000 for a harvester, and so many things need so much investment. So if I'm only going to do one field of cotton, it's really not so much worth my while buying a cotton harvester and actually doing cotton, because no. Now, what's the other thing we can do? Long grain rice uses the harvester. We have a big harvester, so we could just use a big harvester for long grain rice. That would be absolutely fine. Although there's other things you have to do to a field to be able to grow long grain rice. Not sure how this field's going to pan out. There is a bit to the right there I'm going to miss. That's a thing. And sometimes the textures are a little bit off from the crop itself or the field itself, especially when you're spraying a field. You can end up with what looks like bits missed, but in reality, I thought the spray got that far. Don't worry about it. So we'll get this field done. We'll drive back to the farm, and then I think maybe I am going to push that to the edge. I think one of the videos last week, Millennial Farmer was commenting on sugar beets. A cart full of sugar beets drove past where he was working. And he did make the observation that, yeah, sugar beets are grown in his area. And And he's actually got a couple of fields that are really good. Well, yeah, soil quality is really good for sugar beets. But probably doesn't do it because the harvester costs $500,000 for one of them. You need all of the trailers that will run it, because his trucks will not run sugar beets. His grain cart will not run sugar beets. So, yeah, it's a whole new set of equipment to transfer sugar beets to and from the farm. He doesn't have sugar beet storage. Yeah, it would be a huge investment to get into sugar beets for him. And it's not like, oh, I can just use my harvesters. Nope, you can't, because your harvesters don't harvest sugar beets. And now we got everything, even if I didn't, so we're good. And doing sugar beets with tractor hauled stuff, you can't really do you can't make a lot with sugar beets if you do it that way. But that's kind of okay. At least as far as we're concerned. That in this field. I am going to need that tractor for mowing. Once I've mowed a field, then we'll be good. Or what was it? 330 horse. That John Deere I just bought probably could be fitted with a 330 horse engine. Let's jump out and have a look at that. Let's have a look at what's on sale, because nothing's on sale. Medium tractors, 6R. Not that one. Big 6R. 250. It's 301 horsepower. Oh, actually, it's only got two engine sizes. Okay. 281 and a 301. So probably I would want something like a... that's big. That's 281 to 350. That's only a 6R. So that's a small chassis, but huge engine. So 220 plus 110. So if I had that tractor, I could put the mowers on that. And 350 would let me run a few things. Or there's the 7R, which is in the big size. So we've got an 8R with a 458 engine, and the 7R goes up to from 305 to 388. So that's a good thing as well. If I had a 7R, I could run the mowing kit on that. The little 6R, the tiniest of the 6Rs, which was that one, 192, push it up to 200 horse. It's 192, 203, 213, 234. Ooh. So potentially get it around 200 horsepower. That could do the little jobs around the farm. But for now, we have done all that. It's 12:26. Let's have a look at... So the cows got fed. Horses are fine. See, horses, I think the base food is this stuff, oats, and we've got a ton of those. We we've never fed them root crops. They are going to double because they're 1 month off baby horses. So that's all good. Oh, let's check. Eggs, we've got some. Goat milk, no, we don't have that much. Okay. And now we have a lot of things. See, I could just run out with the bale wrapper. Bale's there, bale's there. I'm not going to bother. It's not a big amount of money. We've got all our stuff done for now. All of the tractors are switched off. Let us sleep until, oh no, it's 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Good stuff. Why would I punish myself with sugar beets? Because they are awesome income. You just have to put a lot of time into it. I don't mind putting a little bit of time into it. That's interesting. Cultivators. Huh. Who knew? Okay, not to worry. Not interested in that. And happy Thanksgiving, yes. I've even punished myself with potatoes, although from my point of view, potatoes are horrible. Sugar beets are not too bad. And I can plant, I was planting, oh, let's pull up the big map. This field here, sugar beets, no, not that one. That field there, sugar beets. So we're talking 4.43 acres of field. Makes as much money as these two fields loaded with soybeans. And that's 13 acres and that's 8 acres. So sugar beets are worth a serious amount of money, but they're a pain in the butt to harvest. However, if I'm not doing too many, I don't care. When it takes me 3 days to harvest a sugar beet field, that's the point where I say, okay, that's too many. But, okay, so do we have any new jobs here that might be good? I would say no. We don't have any stuff ready to sell. The eggs are coming along. The horses are fine. Sheeps are fine. Cows are fine. Yeah. Chickens are fine. And we still have to make it to April. So, there was nothing new at the store. We will sleep till 7 o'clock. I have not tried onions. In fact, I have done some of the Zelonka crops, red beets, I want to say. Crops, no, I want the prices. Don't think it was carrots. I think it was parsnips or red beets. I've tried those. They're kind of okay. But, I mean, potatoes, I don't like potatoes unless I have a self-propelled harvester. But with sugar beets, I'm happy to do that with store-bought harvester, because that's a potato harvester and it has a 1.5 meter working width and a 12,000 litre capacity, whereas if we go for sugar beets, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Where's sugar beets? Why can't I see sugar beets? Beet harvester headers, beet loading, beet harvesters. Because using one of these, you have a 6 to 7 meter working width. 3 meter working width, which is twice as much as the potatoes do. It doesn't have a good capacity, 6,000 to 7,000 litres. You get onto a self-propelled one, and we're now up to 2.8 metre working width. Not great, but 45,000 litres. This thing will give you... You don't have a header, so 43, that's 45, that's 18.5. So I'm kind of looking at these things, and when you get to potatoes, beet harvester header, we've got 2.7 metre, that's a 3 metre. Does that fit on the front of the harvester? Not sure. That fits on the front of the harvester, 4 metres. So we're getting into good width territory. And when you get to potatoes, as I said, this is 1.5 metres, that's 1.5 metres, and that's, oh my goodness, I can't see. I can't see the working width on that. Why can't I see the working width on that? Weird. That should tell me the working width. But still, it's, bigger working width. So, yes, you can pull things off the ground a lot quicker. It is March 3. I think I looked at jobs already. Nothing huge jumps out at me. The chickens are still well fed. The cows are still well fed. The sheep are now actually eating. They went on a diet at the beginning of winter. So that was unfortunate. Okay, so March 4. Rain. Go away, rain. Might want to jump. I'm going to jump in the truck and actually drive out to those fields I just planted. And the reason I'm going to do that is because occasionally there is some issues with things. Oh, look, T6. 163 horsepower, a little bit light. And no, I do not want a potato harvester. I was just talking about them. And a doodad. T6. Okay, let's jump into this guy. So what I want to do... So as far as I'm aware, when you ferment silage, the silage is supposed to take 1 month. But when I cut and wrap grass bales on day 1, by day 4, actually super late on day 3, the silage is ready. So that is a thing. So how's about this? Because I kind of expect it to be on month day 1 is when it comes good. So these are just growing stage 1. So nothing useful there, and I don't think the grass is not either. We can get to the grass this way. So we've got oats to the left, sugar beets all the way down here. And we can get across the ridge. Go across the ridge. And this should be growth stage 3 of 4, can be harvested. Growth stage 3 of 4, ready to harvest. So we're going to wait until it's stuff. Onions were introduced in Kinlake, weren't they? So I haven't done anything with the Scottish map yet. Okay, well, race through the yard. So once again, nothing I need to do much for. T6 is a good tractor sometimes. It's just not really. I mean, yeah, 143 to 163. It's bigger than the Farmall, but actually makes a good tractor sometimes. But for this farm, really not so much. Let's do sleep in. Oh, now. Are there any lower horsepower mowers? Okay, still one of those, Don't need one of those. What the heck? Spader, yes. Square baler? 30% discount. Don't really need one. Well, it would be nice to have a square baler. Oh, it's raining. That's unfortunate. Cows are half food. Chickens are 2/3. Yeah. Sheep's are lots. Horses are good. Horses didn't have babies yet. Oh, they're at 99% towards babies. So probably babies next month. We are now at planting season. So things I need to check on. Eggs. Well, yeah. Contracts. Wow. Contracts all went away. There is a $78,000 stone picking contract. I am not doing that. That will take me a month of Sundays to get done. So, no. Does pay well, but no. Okay, what's the weather? That's the weather. The weather is gusty tornadoes. Yeah, that's not good. And then, fortunately, I do not have much in the way of crops in the ground. And the crops I have in the ground are not really that valuable. They are, but the amount they produce is the value. Okay, mowers. Need to find mowers. No, that's not mowing stuff. That's not mowing stuff. That's mowing stuff. So this thing. Oh. See there, that's 220 horsepower. That's only 120, but 8.3, 9.4. It's a little bit smaller, but it doesn't have the doodad on the back that rows the stuff. But I could run that one and that one on the smaller tractor. Problem with these two is they have to go on the 9R. They could go on an 8R if I had one. That was part of my rant a little bit earlier. There are other mowers though, so I could look at putting in a different thing. I can't remember what I'm talking about. I could put in a different mower mod, and then potentially use something a little bit smaller. I'm still not seeing any bad Bad wind. Nobody's eaten any beans yet. That's good. Can hitch up the mowing equipment. Well, the thing is I can do the seeding all month. Don't have to do it all right now. The mowing I need to get done. Well, I don't actually need to get done, but the mowing I like to get done at the first day of the month, because if I'm making silage, it will be ready before the end of the month is over. However, not today. Let me select the rear mower, and I'm going to need this on. Dun, dun, bum, bum, bum. Unfold mower, lower mower, turn on mower, activate AI worker, honk. No. Okay. Squeeze through the gap there. I didn't look at milk either. So, I'm going to unfold that. And unfold that. Now, there should be a toggle work map control warning. Left swath, right swath, widespread. That's what I want to do with this one. Now, let's have another look around. Not seeing any bad weather. Okay, let's turn the engine off, jump out, and stand in the field. We want time. Still not seeing any bad weather, just rain. Case IH Module Express. Looks like the weather's letting up. Good. Slow down to ×3 speed. Game time is 8:24. Okay. Still raining. Let's take a look at the map, see if we've got any devastation in any of our fields. Nothing along the edge there. I would say we've missed out on a lot of stuff. Some of this grass looks badly damaged. These fields look a little bit trashed. Field there. But on the whole, yeah, we're kind of okay. So we'll keep moving on time until the rain actually stops. And the reason for that is because